You always got to read what you click. I got it to, because what if you put in like, Jacob, I'm gonna touch you, and like then I'm free game.
We're not even a minute in.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, let's get started, my man.
Oh, welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is the Ian Moore, followed by my co-host and commentary partners today, Nicholas, as well as JB Jacob Riddles. Just knock it off, man. Just grow up. Just grow up. We got a pretty awesome episode for you today. It was a full weekend of fights and movies and things that we all had to participate in this weekend, just so we can make sure that this Wednesday we had a fantastic episode for you. Today we're going to be breaking down pretty much everything as far as UFC.
Take away his bone. Sorry, my dad. I swear to God, I thought it was muted, and then you stopped. My bad.
That was so fucking loud.
He definitely thought it was muted.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I thought it was muted. Oliver's up there being a little dickhead, shooting his phone.
Oh my god!
Sorry, my bad.
We're going to be talking about UFC 285. We're going to be talking about Misfits X Series 005. We're going to talk about the Battlehawks losing their first game over the weekend. And we are also going to talk about Creed 3. So we can kind of pick up wherever you want to pick up. Obviously, John Jones and UFC 285 is the biggest thing that we can talk about. So we can either save that for the end or we can kick it off right in the beginning. So he's still yelling. We can do whatever. What do you think? Do we just save John Jones for the end, or?
Sorry, guys, this bone's pissing me
It
off.
really doesn't matter.
I mean, fuck. We'll go ahead. We'll go off with the first subject of the day. But the first thing that we need to talk about is Jacob's riddle from the last episode. Do you have the answer at all?
Yeah, I'm right here. Let me.
I don't know anymore because you keep fucking screaming and shit. So I don't know if you are.
My bad, guys.
With us, if you're on, I know we're starting 30 minutes later than normal today, but
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Spring break, just trying to catch the vibes.
Yeah, was busy,
guys. Again, I was not checking the comments this week. Had a little bit of a busy week, a little stuck.
Nobody answered.
Nobody
answered the riddle.
Actually, no, someone did answer. I got a text.
Who?
JP. My boy JP, who we play video games with.
Did he get it right?
Yeah, he did. The letter N.
Yeah, you know what JP should do? Comment on the fucking video like we said to earn some money. So we ain't sending him jack shit unless you're commenting on TikTok or Instagram. So get the fuck out of here.
Can I say this though?
What?
I do think I want to take back what I said last week. I do think people got scared and that's why they didn't comment. I think people were scared that they were going to die.
I don't think so. I think that the main problem is that the clip that we edited is that I didn't. So the editor.
It was very long.
It was very long and it didn't get to the point fast enough. So we're going to this time around, we're just going to be like, answer this to win world venue you $5. The first person we see, get it. Jacob, say the riddle. But anyway, just go ahead and give the answer. It was the letter N.
Yeah, let me read the riddle just in case anyone didn't know. So the riddle is, if you throw me out the window, you'll leave a grieving wife, but leave me in the middle of the door and you might just save a life. What am I? I'm the letter N. If you take the N out of window, you're a widow. If you put the N in the middle of the door, you're indoor. Pretty self-explanatory. I do think continuing, you will not die if you say the wrong answer.
No.
But we have a mystery spin wheel that for every person that guesses wrong, we're gonna spin it, and then that is your punishment. Okay. So you guys know.
There's no punishments.
Yeah.
No,
that's not much better.
No,
You guys
God
not
damn it.
feeling this?
No, I'm not. No, I'm vibing with this at all, man. So let's just go ahead. We'll get to the first subject. Fuck. I guess we just talk about the Battlehawks. I had the game on in the background. I was kind of busy while I was watching it. The Battlehawks did suffer their first loss this week against the DC Defenders in a pretty high-scoring, close game. It was actually a pretty good game. I did watch the highlights. Adrian McCarron is switched on. He heard me talking shit for the last previous week, so he's good to go. He's firing on all cylinders, and I just think they didn't capitalize on too many things. Obviously, DC is really good. They have Jordan Ta'amu, who was the Battlehawks' former quarterback from 2019, 2019. So he's the former quarterback that we used to have. And you also have to keep in mind that this is the third away game in a row that the Battlehawks played. So it's kind of a lot to deal with.
Also, I was going to say, I did not know that the DC team was going to be playing in DC United Stadium. That's fucked. That grass at the end of the game, I don't know if you were paying attention, but even by halftime, that grass was fucked up.
I mean, the DC fans are pretty wild because they throw lemons and shit on the field, and they do like the giant. I love the beer snake thing. They stack all the beer cups and stretch across the entire fucking thing. I didn't actually know it was in DC United Stadium, but now that I think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense because it's not like a giant stadium.
No,
It is a
new. They made that stadium probably about 2 years ago, and it's supposed to be multi-purpose, but I think they meant multi-purpose as in like concerts, not a fucking football game.
Yeah. But they sold pretty well. Like that was pretty full. It wasn't bad.
No. I mean that place probably is about, I want to say 19 to 22,000. That's what usually MLS stadiums hold. So
yeah, so they did do pretty well with the crowd. And you know, AJ McCarron played really well. The Battlehawks played really well. Just couldn't get it done. I think it's just too many home or away games, but you know, 2-1 with 3 away games is not bad at all. And they're going to be in St. Louis this Sunday for the home opener, and they opened up the Top Dome, so it's probably going to be a fucking sellout, which is pretty stunning.
That's awesome.
And then we play DC again next week at home, so we'll see them again at home, and I guess we'll figure out who really is the best. But I didn't get to watch all the games of the XFL this week. I only really got to see the Battlehawks, but I believe. You know, but that was kind of the big one, was the Battlehawks versus DC, and it was a pretty good game. It was high scoring. Only lost by 1 touchdown. Obviously, we were down by like 14, 15 points with a minute left or something like that. McCarron kind of came back and scored.
They almost got it.
Yeah, they almost got it, but not quite. You know, how many times can you clutch a fucking win, you know, before it's like, all right. But it was a good game. Obviously, you know, we don't want to see the Battlehawks lose because we're from St. Louis, but the XFL for week 3, I think this was, seems to be still going strong. Ratings are still good. The stadiums are still filling up, at least in DC, as I've been able to see. Obviously, Vegas is not doing well because they're in that fucking wherever the fuck they are at, that look on dead grass with spray painted lines. Obviously, they're not doing great. Seattle's fine. Arlington. So the big 3 seem to be DC because they got the beer snake and the lemon thrown on the field thing. They're just rowdy fans. Arlington's pretty popular, and then, or was it San Antonio? I think, right.
That's what I was about to ask. I thought they were pretty good too.
Yeah, it's San Antonio, it's DC, and it's the Battlehawks. So, I mean, hey, if they can stick around, they can stick around. They're still rolling pretty strong. So I can't wait to see what the lineup of games are this weekend, and maybe we'll get together. We'll watch some games, but I'll be at the home opener. So, you know, can't meet up then, boys. Anyways, moving
you
on.
Think you're better than us?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Where?
Back to school.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. Couldn't be me. I'll get up Monday morning, but hey, you know, you have fun. You have fun doing it. What are you doing with your face, man?
Just being me, man. I'm trying to, you know, had a rough day. Didn't wake up till 12. Got a little bit of a workout in.
Yeah, real rough. Yeah.
Okay.
Rough day. Started off strong, huh? Fuck me.
I'm trying to stop and
Stop.
you can, yeah, exactly. You can guess on what I'm trying to stop, but trying to stop.
Waking up late.
Be the judge, man.
All right, man. I got you. Hey, you know what you should do? Hey.
He wants to stop playing ranked play.
Yeah.
That's what you got to stop.
No.
Yeah, that might be it too.
It's your inner bitch. I stopped being a bitch.
Danny Dawkins, it's your inner bitch. I wake up every morning and I run 26 miles. And guess what? My inner bitch tells me to go back to sleep.
I didn't want to get up this morning. It was raining, it was cold, and I realized one thing. I was being a bitch.
You don't know me, son. You don't know me, son.
Bitch, you want to be making some real motherfucking money.
Book, I ordered a second book, and actually, when I finish reading it, I'm gonna give a fucking book review on it
There's
here.
No way that you read. There's
swear to God, I bet you I read. I started reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid again.
That's not.
It's got a lot of pictures on it.
Yeah.
I read the I Survived series.
Those are all right.
Survived.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I survived 9/11. I survived a shark attack. I survived Hurricane Katrina.
I did read I Survived Shark Attack probably in about third grade. I'm also back on those one books. Miss Daisy is Crazy.
Yeah.
Miss Hannah is Bananas.
Yeah.
God, those books were lit as fuck.
One fish, two fish.
No, fuck that.
Red fish, blue fish.
I heard Dr. Seuss fucking. Okay, that's another tangent. Let's move on to the next thing.
I want to know what you got beefing with Dr. Seuss about.
Okay. I know TikTok is not always reliable, but supposedly Dr. Seuss, his wife at the time when he was maybe late 40s, early 50s, she got into a coma, and he decided, no, I'm not gonna stick by my wife. I'm gonna go fuck some younger girl. And he decided, you know what? Fuck it. She's basically dead. And then turns out she recovered from the coma, but she was still seriously fucked up. And he told her, he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going back with you. And she pulled her own plug.
I think that might be true. You
could fact check me there, but I went in. I'm pretty sure it's right.
TikTok said so. Dr. Seuss's first wife committed suicide. She struggled.
Dr. Seuss.
No, that's not. Nope. No, that is not something to fucking shout him out for.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I
bet you gave her a mean rhyme before she died.
Jesus. Helen struggled for more than a decade with partial paralysis. Depressed by her worsened symptoms, possibly by suspicion of her husband's affair with a close friend who would become his second wife, Helen took her own life in October 1967 at the age of 68. I'm too old and immense. That's a big word. That's a big word. I'm not a big fan of.
Shout out Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, that I cannot conceive of life without you. Read her suicide note. My going will leave quite a rumor. That's wild. So she killed herself thinking he cheated on her. And then when she kills herself, he married the chick that she thought he was cheating on her with.
That is what Finding Nemo is about.
Walt Disney was Finding Nemo. Yeah. Two different.
I don't know.
Two different guys, man. Two different guys.
My bad.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss may not be a good guy. Yeah, that's a rough.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss is also a racist.
I believe that. Cool. I believe that is true too. I believe that there is. I also think he does. I heard something, he hates kids too, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we should go in deeper on some other episode about fucked up childhood show stuff, the Dan Schneider stuff from Nickelodeon.
He just foot jobs though. From underage actors, but that's probably not the
it's a little deeper. It's a little
deeper than that. But for the most part, he was just a foot job guy.
That's what you think. And he gets a reading.
Yeah, he's still employed.
Good for him. For him.
not right now, but I think that he was employed for a pretty long time. You know what's funny is when we were watching those shows and like Carly would stick her foot in her mouth or something like that, something along those lines. Not once did we bat an eye and think to ourselves, boy, this is not good.
Yeah. Me and my homies were just like, yo, what the fuck?
No, I don't think
Then Dan Schneider was back there like,
nice.
You like that?
Yeah. Nice, man. Random dancing.
Random dancing.
Oh no, we're 20 minutes into this. Fuck me.
My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Got us a little sidetracked.
Yeah, rough start. A rough intermission. We watched Creed 3 this weekend.
Dude, let's go around. Let's round table this one.
Yeah. Like our thoughts about the movie, or
yeah, like just you go, then like Nick goes, I can go. It doesn't really matter.
I'm a big fan of the Rocky franchise. Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4 all really good. Rocky 5 is obviously dog shit. Then they made Rocky Balboa, which is really good. Rocky Balboa is a good movie. It's a good movie. And then they made the spinoff Creed, which, you know, we were a little bit concerned about whenever it first got announced, but ended up being almost as good as the original. It's a fantastic film. Michael B. Jordan. Creed 2, it's also pretty good. And then Creed 3 came out. Obviously, Sylvester Stallone did not return for this film. Not only that, but he is not very happy with the people who own the rights to it, which he shouldn't be happy about. Rocky, he wrote Rocky. These are his characters. He wrote. So I mean, and somebody else owning it is not
Adrian.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So he did not return for this one. Michael B. Jordan directed this film as well. This is his first movie he's ever directed. Obviously, Jonathan Majors plays Dame or Damien. He's also Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but he plays the main villain of this film. And I thought we watched it on Friday, right?
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not.
I liked it. I liked it.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I thought that you could tell that there was 15 minutes of this movie that were cut that could have been pretty useful to get from Act 2 to Act 3. I thought that the final fight, they tried something different, and it did not stick the landing.
What didn't you like?
Huh?
What didn't you like?
All right, there's gonna be spoilers. So the whole cage thing, that was fucking stupid. The fact that I don't know. I didn't like that. I get they was trying something different, but like as far it was a good shot how they were staring at each other in the corner. And it was like cycling through whenever they were young and throughout their life. I like that shot, but that's as far as I would really take it. I don't like how the arena was empty and then the cage came up and then it literally skipped to the end of the fight. It was like a 5-minute final fight. And this is something that you're trying to build towards. And it's just, I don't know. It didn't work for me. Jonathan Majors is great. Everybody plays their part really well.
Yeah, I thought Jonathan Majors was fucking awesome in this movie. And he's jacked. He's a fucking machine in this movie.
That motherfucker was eating chicken breast all day for
literally doesn't have maybe 5% body fat. That guy's a fucking machine. And he played his part really well. You could tell, and also you could tell, I don't know, you guys should watch more of the outside interviews, or if you haven't. But he is definitely somewhat of a method actor. In his interviews, even he says he takes on the personality outside of it. You can tell how into this character he was, which is actually going to be interesting on how that may intertwine with his Marvel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was really good in this. I also thought I also thought Michael B. Jordan is, I think he's just a very good actor in general.
Yeah.
I think he was good. I do agree. Act 2 to 3 was. I mean, like I turned to Ian in the movie theater. It felt like, spoiler alert again, they fought in Dodger Stadium. It looked like they paid for so much CGI and everything for Dodger Stadium that they just didn't have the money to do anything else at the end.
I thought that. I mean, it felt like we were missing something. Like it felt like something was cut. Like it's literally like the plot of the movie is he's retired, or he wins the fight. He rematches the guy he fought in the first Creed film, Ricky Collin. He beats him and retires. Then he fucks off and he's training somebody else. Dame comes back. Dame wants a title shot. Dame beats the shit out of his friend. His mom dies. And then he comes out of retirement just to beat the fucking shit out of the main villain. It's
and by the way, when you guys see it, Creed's mom dies, and that's on her. That is on her. Okay. She could have been at Creed's house and would have been able to take care of her, but her selfish ass decided to stay in her own house, and she died. And guess what? That's on her.
That's wild. That's
and that's not a bold take. That's literally that's her fault. They gave her a fucking bed to sleep in and everything, and she's like, "Nah, I want my fucking house." And it's like, "Okay, have a seizure."
It's probably a nice house. It was a stroke. Probably a nice house.
No, it wasn't. It was the one you've seen from the movies before.
It's a big house.
I thought it was big.
Yeah, there's a giant fucking staircase in the center. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Jesus.
I just remember her on the floor.
Stroking out.
But if we don't have anything else to talk about on that, the next movie we are going to review is Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I'm not.
Everyone, give it up.
Cocaine Have you Bear. Seen that yet?
No, but it's going to be the movie of the year. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
it's either going to be that or Megan.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch that either. I'm not watching those two.
You want to see Cocaine Bear? It's a true story.
No, it's not.
Is it real?
No,
it is.
No, it's not a true story. The bear ate the fucking cocaine and died. He didn't kill a bunch of people.
Swear to God. I know. Literally, I met the bear.
No. You couldn't have, because he fucking died.
Swear to God.
Want to know why? Because he ate like a pound of fucking cocaine. He died.
Yeah, so.
He died. And so bear never existed. The next movie I'm going to see is John Wick 4. I'm not going to see fucking Megan. I'm not going to see fucking Cocaine Bear. I don't care.
When's that come out?
In like 2 weeks. We're going to see it. Yeah, I mean, Creed 3, it's not bad. Michael B. Jordan does fine as a director. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It was 7.5.
I'll give it a 6. Maybe. I don't know. It was fine. It was fine. It was just fine. But you know, also so we went and watched that on Friday, and then Saturday we watched 2 pay-per-views. Obviously it was Misfits X Series 005 as well as UFC 285, but we'll get through Misfits first. We kind of had it on in the background because we were kind of more discussing UFC and
Butters.
And Butters, and we were talking about Butters.
Oh, God.
Make some
real motherfucking money.
All these bitches, you should be selling pussies. Butters, don't talk to my girlfriend like that. I'll kick your ass. Here's $10.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bitch, you'll be making some real motherfucking money.
Shout out Butters.
Yeah. So we kind of had it on the background. I went back and watched a lot of it today. To prep, or I watched it last night to kind of prepare for today. But no, you didn't. There was a lot of like upsets on this card. And then there was some. I would say that this is probably not this is, as far as like the 5 Misfits cards that have come out before it, this is probably the worst one. I mean, they had a good card and it just didn't come to fruition. Obviously there was a couple pullouts and whatnot. We can go through the card one by one. You had the two big boys fight. Remember the guy who it was
that
like
the guy quit.
he
Yeah,
did
Pussy Boy quit.
so he quit, but he didn't actually quit. Turns out he like dislocated his shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard to fight whenever you dislocate your shoulder.
We
you
ever
got
seen that
another one?
Dillashaw? Have you seen that UFC fight where it like keeps popping out? It was
Yeah.
like 3.
Yeah, I remember when Matthew Stafford dislocated his shoulder and then he fucking led a game-winning drive and scored a touchdown on it.
See, that's a man right there.
Yeah, we don't.
Champ.
Yeah, champ. Then you had Hollaham versus Ginty. Obviously, Ginty fought JMX in Misfits 2, I think. Hollaham is a friend of Salt Poppy. This was not a well-received fight. This is apparent. I mean, it was a pretty big snooze fest because both guys were kind of hesitant to
This the one that kept showing up multiple times.
Non-fucking stop. Because, by the way, hey, Eddie Hearn and DAZN, you got to fix your fucking app because it is a raging hot piece of shit. Like, it sucks. So just fucking fix it. Anyways, so yeah, this Mams Taylor, JJ's manager, he was pissed about this one. He said that both these guys are probably never, if you don't fight, you're not going to fight in the ring ever again. So this was it was just snooze fest. They got pretty shit on pretty good on Twitter for this one. Which is, you're going to run in. I mean, not every fight's going to be a fucking knockout spectacle. So it just kind of is what it is. Next fight was, I can't remember, maybe King Kenny. Maybe it was Kenny versus Roxu. Big upset here. Kenny did lose. Kenny is a guy on Misfits that they're trying to build to be a big thing. Obviously, he's he's in the beta squad.
He got bitched.
He did, yeah. He just wasn't active at all. He tried to stay behind his jab, and his trainer, who is his brother, he also trains Jeji. He was like, my training style does not work for influencer boxing because influencer boxing is not typical boxing. He lost because he just only used his jab and didn't use his right hand at all.
He just really didn't even do much.
Like, I can't remember the fight. I'm gonna be wrong.
That's probably the problem with this Misfits card. It was maybe we just didn't. It's probably because we didn't watch it live. But but like Kenny did not do anything to kind of showcase that he deserved to win this fight at all. So
it was one of those I kept looking up and down from my phone, and I was like, every time I looked up, he was just getting rocked.
There's a lot of fights on this card that kind of did that.
Yeah.
Where you just where you don't really want to pay attention.
Yeah.
So Kenny, as a guy that they're trying to build, is now 2-2, but he really should be 1-3 because he should have lost against FaZe Sensei. It's not a good look. I know he just signed on to be a part of that Kingpin boxing tournament. By the way, Gib is announcing a fight tomorrow. I didn't text you about that, but Gib is back, Nick. So fucking fat W there. Finally, somebody we give a shit about is fighting again. So yeah, that was not great from Kenny. Dean the Great fought, who's a champion on Misfits, so they're trying to make a big deal as well. It was just fine. I mean, it was a fine fight. He won by unanimous decision. Far and away, the best fight on this card was the main event, which was actually a fucking kind of a baller fight. I went back last night.
Whoa, wait. You think that was the best fight?
Oh God, I don't know where this is going.
Are we gonna forget about the fucking tag team match?
Okay.
Oh, the tag team. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I thought I was forgetting something. That's my bad.
I was gonna say, I was like, fuck, like that tag team match was sick as fuck.
Yeah, that's my apologies. So the one thing this Misfits card did have that we were all very excited about was the tag team match. It was Pineda and B-Day versus Ice Poseidon and somebody else I can't remember who go by D-Generation Ice. And then Pineda's team goes by like Los Pinedas Colades or something like that. They beat the living shit out of Ice Poseidon.
Yeah.
But it was a big concern because obviously traditional boxing analysts are not going to like the idea of tag team boxing. Yeah. But it kind of went off without a hitch. There wasn't many problems. it was super entertaining, and I
I think they
they
do need to figure out the tag system, because once Degeneration Ice was getting bitched, it was just them trying to tag each other because they were getting the shit kicked out.
And then while they were tagging, they were still getting punched in the fucking head.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like if you're getting punched in the head and you turn around and get tagged, you're still gonna get punched in the head.
Exactly.
So you have to find space to kind of have time to do it.
Maybe if there was a buffer period, like if you tagged, it's like a 5-second buffer and there's a reset in the middle.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. How I kind of, when they first announced tag team boxing, I thought how they were gonna do it was gonna be like a minute and a half of one guy being in, like two guys being in the ring, and then after a minute and a half they have to switch. And then at the end of the round, you can decide who goes back in and who doesn't go back in, and that kind of switch it. Like there wasn't going to be really tagging, just because I didn't know how that was going to really work. But it went pretty well. Pineda obviously just beat the living shit out of both guys, and then B Dave came in and beat the living shit out of Ice Poseidon, I think, to get the win. But it seems like tag team boxing is going to stick around for a really long time, and Misfits, and it's super entertaining. And it's funny how a 2-7 boxer from Mexico that nobody fucking knows and it doesn't speak a lick of English got the shit kicked out of him by KSI, and now he's getting the biggest pops in the crowd. It's cool. It's a fun watch, and that was the one thing on this card that I was like, this is fucking awesome. And then the main event happened as well, and the main event was also super fantastic. Jay Swingler, obviously a guy from TGF. I love Jay. I've been watching Jay for years. He's trying to get that a Nissan Gibb fight at the end of the year, to try to, get revenge on when he lost in 2018. It's just the storyline that they're building. He picked to fight Nick LMAO, or Nick Lamau, in hopes that Nick was going to be an easy fight, and he wasn't. Jay was kind of getting pieced up a little bit here.
I thought Nick won.
I went back and watched it today, and I think Nick won too.
I thought it was 3-1.
I thought it was 3-1 too. I had Jay winning round one, and then I had Nick winning every single round besides that. They were all super close rounds, so I could see how they kind of gave it to Jay, especially since like the crowd was obvious. It's a hometown crowd for Jay, so obviously they're reacting at every shot that he threw. But I just don't think, like, when Nick would go and respond with a counterattack, Jay would just kind of let him tee off. And that's not something that you want to do. But Jay, I love watching Jay fight. I think his combinations are fantastic. He has jump in his step. He is up on his toes all the time. He throws a fantastic combination that I love, where he throws a body shot and then he overthrows that right, and it just fucking looks like it could kill somebody. I
remember that, the body shot.
He does it. He's did it against Churdleys too. He throws. He comes in. He bends down. It's about that pivot and that hip rotation. He comes in. He gets that body shot. So the guy ducks his arms, and then Jay comes right over the top, and he throws it. Kind of similar to how Conor McGregor throws his shots, where he does a lot of pivoting and then he overthrows that shot a lot. But that's not a bad thing, because you can get more power behind it.
It was working in the fight when he did that.
And it worked. I think that Jay obviously, he made a video where he offered Nick an automatic rematch, just because he feels like there needs to be a decisive winner, because Jay is taking this boxing thing really, really seriously, and he looks fantastic. I mean, I could watch Jay fight all the time. I just think that whenever he would allow Nick to tee off on him, and it wasn't good. You can't let him do that. And Nick, by the way, only having 6 months of training was super impressive.
That was his first fight too, right?
It's his first fight. He's only been boxing for 6 months. He's going to be the future. I mean, he's like 20. He's like a 20-year-old kid.
That's
so
impressive.
It was super fun to watch. It was a really good fight. They are going to do a rematch, it seems like, probably in the summer, I'm guessing, because Jay didn't fight when he fought Churdleys. It was in November, I think, or October. Yeah, October 14th. So it seems like he's kind of on like a 3-month or 6-month thing, every 5 months. So we'll kind of see. He wants to fight Gibb, obviously, but it looks like Gibb and all Kenny and a lot of those guys are going to be in this Kingpin tournament, which we'll talk about probably eventually whenever they announce all the fighters. Oh yeah. And then Ashton Wet
I was
fought.
gonna say you forgot that fight. I
Yeah,
thought that was gonna be
I don't.
Jacob's favorite fight, but
No, I just saw her leave, and I'm glad
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, I don't have the card in front of me, so if I miss anything else, I apologize.
I was gonna bring it up if you forgot it.
Yeah. But obviously Astrid Wet won the Misfits flyweight championship, and they're
Good for
probably gonna
her.
do. Yeah, I know you're a big fan.
I like her.
Yeah,
She
I
has a
know.
good personality.
Yeah, if that's what you like, huh? They're
Never
probably
did.
gonna do Ashford versus Elbrook next, but I mean, it was these ladies kicked the living shit out of each other. Ashford's face is all fucked up.
It was a
bad.
crazy fight. They were just swinging.
That's what a lot of these have been.
Yeah.
Just them beating the living piss out of each other. And so there was some good moments on here, but I think that the down moments from this card really were down moments for like as of all the other Misfits cards that we've seen so far, which is, it is what it is at the end of the day. Misfits 006 obviously is happening pretty soon. It's going to be in New Orleans next month, and the main event is going to be JMX versus Le'Veon Bell. Not Le'Veon Bell. Is it? No. It's
Is it the football player? Another one?
JMX versus oh god damn it. Hold on. It's who fought your
the podcast.
Who fought Uriah? Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. Well, I can't say god damn it.
No, what I thought was like
yeah, it's gonna be it's the main event of Misfits 06 is going to be JMX versus Le'Veon Bell in New Orleans. Kind of an interesting main event. Obviously, JMX he's been fighting in this YouTube scene for a while. He's one of the more skilled guys. He's a bigger dude. Le'Veon Bell beat Uriah Hall. No, he didn't actually. That was the one he got robbed, right?
Oh yeah, is that who? I didn't know if it was him or Adrian Peterson. I get them confused.
No, it's Le'Veon.
Adrian Peterson beat his kid with a stick. That's how you can.
I think Le'Veon knocked out Adrian Peterson, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I get them confused.
Jacob.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson.
Anyone see that?
Yeah, he knocked Adrian Peterson out the fuck hole. So Le'Veon Bell then, so he obviously fought. JMX has been in the YouTube scene since the beginning, since 2017 or 2018, whenever this first started. He last fought in October against Ginty, who fought on Misfits 005, and he beat him. JMX versus Logan Paul has been a conversation since the beginning. Obviously, that's has died off a little bit and has come back and has died off and has come back and died off. Le'Veon knocked out Adrian Peterson and then fought Uriah Hall, who we're gonna do it. Relax. Le'Veon Bell fought Uriah Hall on Jake versus. It was a Jake Paul card, I think.
I don't think it was. Or
was it? I don't know.
I think that's the KSI one, the most recent. No.
Le'Veon Bell. Would it be?
I can't remember. But I know a fight you're talking about. Was it Steve Rockman, the dude Jake Paul was gonna fight? It was that fight.
No, because that fight got canceled, remember?
No, but who was Jake Paul gonna fight? That big dude. And then he fought
that whole card got canceled. He was gonna fight Hasim Rockman, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, but who's Rockman fight last? I think it was that card.
He fought it wasn't a KSI card. It happened in October. Oh, it was Paul versus Silva.
Was it that? I thought it. Could have been.
Yeah, it was Paul versus Silva because it was in October. Yeah, because Jake had Uriah Hall in that card because Uriah Hall beat Anderson Silva, and he was hoping that he could then fight Uriah Hall, or that would be an option. Yeah. So Le'Veon Bell fought Uriah Hall, who obviously is a kid who beat the shit out of, not beat the shit out, but he beat Anderson Silva in the UFC. And he got robbed. I remember that. He won pretty much every round, right?
Yeah.
He used super good boxing like IQ, which everybody thought he was gonna get beat the shit out, but he won every round. They gave it to
We thought he
Uriah
was
Hall.
gonna get killed.
Yeah, we thought he was gonna get smoked, but he fucking won. He should have won, but they gave it to him. So anyway, Le'Veon Bell versus JMX is happening. It's the main event of Misfits 006 in New Orleans. It's a very weird main event, but I think that the reason it's probably the main event is because obviously Le'Veon Bell from America, they'll probably try and fill up a stadium that way. But KSI and Mams Taylor talked about this. It seems like the winner of this fight's gonna get Logan Paul on a Misfits card in the summer, probably, whenever Logan's done with the WrestleMania and stuff like that. So, which is fine. I mean, JMX versus Logan Paul seems fun, and Le'Veon Bell versus Logan Paul seems fun. So, whatever. I like it. I can't wait to see what other fights they announce for that card. I think Wallet Sharks is probably going to fight on that card as well. But anyway, that's what we thought about Misfits 005. It's fine. They're going to be doing Jay Swingler versus Nick Lamau later down the line. And then, they'll do that again, and we'll see what happens. But Misfits 005 was this weekend, and obviously there was another pay-per-view this weekend. Immediately after Misfits 005.
Oh, nickel!
Yeah, it was UFC 285. This was a pretty stacked card. It had Bo Nickel, it had Shavkat Rakhmonov, it had Shevchenko, it had and then John Jones. We'll just go ahead and run through the card one by one. There was one fight on here that I don't know either of the fighters because I'm a UFC casual, but obviously Bo Nickel picked off this card. Bo Nickel, Jacob's a big fan of Bo Nickel. He's a wrestler. This is his first fight in the UFC. He fought in the Contender Series or something like that and went 2-0, and this is his first fight. He's going to be a pay-per-view guy.
He's a 3-time wrestling national champion at Penn State, 1-time runner-up. He's kind of known in the wrestling world as a fucking badass. So that's, I mean, other than that, it's kind of what people know him as. But I thought he looked well.
Yeah, I mean, he fought a guy.
Guy has
fought a guy who had fucking no idea who Bo Nickel was.
Which was fucked.
Bo obviously he's fighting in the 185 division. Obviously, that has Paulo Costa, Israel Adesanya, Pereira. It's a pretty good division. Bo's not going to see a title in a while. I mean, he's going to have to get a couple fights under before he gets that. But obviously, like, this is the guy that Dana found the best record possible, who he could probably feed Bo Nickel to, and that's exactly what happened. He tried to do a little kick thing and he landed on his fucking head.
That was fucking hilarious.
That. Yeah, and then after that he was like, all right, fuck this, and then he grabbed him and dragged him to the floor, and
he took care of him.
He did what he did what he was supposed to do, and they're trying to make Bo something. I mean, obviously with these guys that people know well, like, I mean, your Sean O'Malley's, your Patty Pimblett's, your fucking your Bo Nichols. They're trying to build these guys up, and it takes time, and you can't just throw them right in the deep end. You need to beat a couple journeymen. Once you beat a couple journeymen, you can beat a couple ranked guys. Once you beat a couple ranked guys, you probably maybe get a title shot down the line. But it just takes time to get to these things. So excited to see what Bo Nickel does next. They're probably going to give him another fight pretty quickly here, since he wasn't really damaged or anything like that. So
the only thing that damaged him is hitting his fucking head.
Jumping up and landing on your head is not good for anybody, especially when you do it yourself. So he's probably going to end up fighting here pretty quickly, pretty fast again. It's probably not going to be a very, very long turnaround time. 5 months max, I imagine. But anyway,
he might fight at the card that they're saying McGregor and also John Jones will fight at next. I think that's beginning of August.
Well, McGregor's got to get done with the Ultimate Fighter.
Also got to start testing for 6 months.
I think he's already in the pool. I think they already started
Is
testing him. Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think August at a minimum. So I don't know. But yeah, apparently, according to Dana, Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor got into it on Friday.
Big time. They said.
Yeah, big time got into it. And they haven't really even started contract negotiations as far as what the weight's gonna look like. Apparently, Conor apparently said he wants to do a 185, which is fucking stupid. I mean, there's no way he's gonna cut down to 155. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
According to Michael Chandler, I think he said Dana wants it to be at 155, but that's impossible. Maybe 170. I could see 170 happening. Michael Chandler could probably get up to 170 pretty easily.
Oh, easily. He's big.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude. So that's probably not a problem for him. So anyway, the next fight after that with two gentlemen I don't know very well. Wasn't that spectacle of a fight.
You want to skip that one because that one was kind of ass.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. And then fight number 3 was Shavkat Rakhmonov versus I can't remember the gentleman's name because I'm a casual, but Shavkat
suck my cock was pretty good.
Yeah, Shavkat suck the cock was he fucking beat the living shit out of this poor guy. I mean.
Hey, it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. No, it was really good.
The other guy took it to him for a little bit too.
Yeah. He
wasn't on one side.
Shavkat caught a few shots, but
he got hit a lot. It was a good fight though.
But at the end there, he's just a scary individual. He's a scary man.
I mean, when you're facing a guy named Shavkat Suckmacock, you gotta really step it up.
Yeah, because he will drive that fucking elbow in the side of your head.
Suck your cock.
Yeah. And then obviously Shavkat got the win there. Is he 170? He's 170.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Colby's a bit of that.
They were talking about him getting a pretty high profile fight next, maybe even a title shot. But
that guy he beat was ranked. I think he was like 7th. The guy he beat.
He was 7th ranked. So I mean, I could see like them doing Shavkat versus like Gilbert Burns or something like that. But I think probably Colby versus Gilbert Burns is next.
Isn't Burns fighting who's Masvidal? Who's Masvidal fighting next? I thought they were fighting each other.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is. It's Masvidal versus Gilbert. Yeah, you're right. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with Colby Covington. I don't know when the fuck he'll be back.
Over here.
It was whenever he last fought Masvidal. So I mean, what the fuck? Anyway, next fight was Shevchenko. This was a pretty big deal. Shevchenko lost.
You girls,
I would have seen men. It was a good fight. Shevchenko went for a spinning back fist and got caught, and then choked out. She tapped out, right? Yeah, she tapped. Shevchenko has been champion for years, so this was.
She just got caught. She couldn't do shit about it.
Yeah,
it was a great take on the back.
It was a good take of the back. It was a good fight. There's going to be an immediate rematch, and I expect her to probably get the title back. But she was, I mean, you could tell that she was, I mean, the other girl that she fought was good, but I mean, Shevchenko is just a fucking animal. So,
and Shevchenko, like I said to you guys, she's a scary individual for the sake that she was laughing after she lost too. Yeah. Like she was like, I know, like I just fucked up, and like
she was winning the whole fight.
Exactly.
But I mean, when it doesn't take. I mean, it could. The tide can change at any moment. Look at fucking Leon Edwards knocking out Usman. I mean, like we'll do our predictions for that next Wednesday. But like my predictions, Usman's gonna eat fucking Edwards alive. So, anyway, and then it was the main event. Obviously, we did our predictions for the main event on last episode.
And me and Jacob, we were right.
Yeah. John motherfucking Bones Jones, baby.
I had
good guy, John.
Nope.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's
not
been
even
doing charity work recently.
I don't care. I don't care. No. So Obviously, I had Ciryl Gane winning this fight. I just overestimated one key factor. That Ciryl Gane fucking pooped his pants live on fucking television.
He's a bitch
and was scared shitless. He was scared to fight him on the feet.
Yeah, he was scared.
He didn't go with him 1v1. And not only that, I knew if John took him down, there might have been a little bit of a problem. But even I figured Ciryl Gane had enough wrestling to get in the door. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all. Ciryl Gane,
crazy.
John Jones took him down in a shitty takedown and choked him out instantly.
Well, so that takedown, actually, there's a video online of during his training camp about how some other guy, I can't think of who it was.
Oh, I know.
Was telling
Triple C guy.
Yeah, he was telling him how Ciryl Gane is, and he's like, if you lose a spot like that, it literally did the exact same move that happened. And he goes, then you should get him in this, and it was the same exact thing that happened, and literally that's how he won.
So I predicted Ciryl Gane was going to win by TKO because I expected John Jones to not. I mean, he looked terrible his last couple fights. Not terrible, but he didn't look good when he fought 3 years ago at a lower weight. So I expected him to be coming up in weight, and I expected Ciryl Gane to at least use his fucking head to, avoid a takedown at all costs. And obviously, it's John Jones. It's going to be hard for you to avoid a takedown, but it's like,
did he even train?
It wasn't hard at all. It was effortless, and it was a sloppy takedown at best. And I didn't put it in my head that he got wrestled by Francis Ngannou, who Francis can wrestle, but Francis had 2 torn fucking knees while he was doing it. So
yeah. Speaking of Francis Ngannou,
we're not doing
Francis Ngannou's a bitch, and John Jones would take it to him, just like he said in his post-match interview. He said, Francis Ngannou is a pussy.
He would get eaten alive. He would get eaten alive.
He's a pussy. Francis Ngannou's a pussy.
Yeah, whatever.
Francine.
Yeah, congratulations to John Jones. He beat a guy who was fucking 1-1 in his last fight.
That's good. John Jones is like you said, bah.
Undeniable. He's the greatest UFC fighter ever lived. I mean, it is undeniable. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but like, he's a terrible person. I mean, he's just flat out a terrible person.
No joke. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been listening to that song just like nonstop in my car.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he didn't come out to the Homelander thing was bullshit.
Yeah, that is an L. That is.
It was a fat L, and I fucking hated it. So anyway, it just looked like Ciryl Gane just fucking pooped his pants and was not prepared in any type of way to do this.
Did you guys see? I'm gonna bring this up real quick. Did you guys see Dana White's post?
Yeah. Dana White is also a fucking hypocrite as well, because last time Francis Ngannou fought, he said John Jones should move to 185.
Well, and now that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Some interviewer goes, hey, Dana, I just want to let you know, John said he is going to an after party after this. And he's like, really? It's like, I'm going to have to talk to John about that.
He goes, that actually does concern me a little bit.
Yeah.
He has every right to be concerned.
Shout out John.
We haven't heard anything, so
I hope he had a good night.
I'm guessing that everything was okay.
John Jones could beat your best fighter on a day of coke. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
John Jones is that guy.
Yeah. Just needs the steroids to do it. Anyway. Listen, I hope the best for John. I hope the best for John Jones. He's the greatest fighter. I hope that he cleans up his act and he stops being such a raging fucking piece of shit. And
so what's helping him too is to wrap that back to square one at the start of the podcast. You know who he's hanging out with now?
I have no idea.
David motherfucking Goggins. Burn the boats. Burn the boats.
I hope that John is on a path of not, being a terrible person. And obviously, like, people can have bad things and they can change. But John has had 7 strikes and he's not stricken out yet because he's the biggest cash cow in the UFC. And Dana has not fired him just because so he can make a buck off him. So, like, John has failed fucking drug tests, and not just like like narcotics. He has failed steroid drug tests to help him win the fights and keep the championships. He has beat his wife. He has hit somebody, a pregnant lady, with a car and then driven away. He has mugged people, I think. But on the other end,
now you're just making shit up.
yeah, that might be that might
It's
be false. I don't know if he actually mugged somebody. What was the clip of him running across the parking lot? What was that again?
Oh no, that's when someone tried to rob his house and he chased him out with a shotgun.
Oh, right.
He doesn't need the shotgun.
Yeah, no,
He doesn't need a shotgun.
I don't think
He's
he,
John fucking Jones.
I don't think he robbed anybody. That's a lie. Some other
No.
UFC robbed somebody.
Yeah,
I think.
no, you're just making shit up.
Yeah, no. Everything else that I said, all the other fucking 7 things that he did. I think John
Where are you
gets
getting that
himself in a
from? Fake
situation, and it's not mugshots. I think that John Jones is a person who tries to be a good person, but his temptation to drink or do drugs or do something gets him in trouble, and then he does something wrong and he tries to run away and hide from it. He punched his wife. What'd he do? He fucking got in a car and drove away, so his kids had to call the cops.
I'm on your side on this. Like, in all seriousness, me not joking around. I do feel like him and people like Mike Tyson just have that aura to where there's like, in Mike Tyson's prime, he just felt he was invincible. And that's how John's lived. And the thing is John hasn't had any punishments, so he is invincible.
I hope that he stays off alcohol and drugs, and I hope that like he enjoys the championship run. I hope that he went to an after party and didn't do anything. I hope that he stayed clean for this fight. I hope the best for him. I hope he remains to go, but it's like it's when I watch him fight, it's not something that I can just be like it's good now, because it's not. This happened something odd months ago where he beat the shit out of his wife and there was nothing done. There was no punishments for it at all. He was given a heavyweight championship fight. He's never competed at heavyweight in his life. And but he's the greatest UFC fighter of all time. I'm never going to dispute it ever. Unfortunately, he did do the steroid bullshit.
Basically, every GOAT in every sport has a fucking problem wrong with them, except Messi.
That's fine. It's fine. And
no, I'm just saying. I'm not making it.
I agree. I think that John has never been. I mean, obviously he's got lawsuits and I'm sure he's got pending shit going on. But it's like, I hope that he can go. As a personal person, I hope that he continues to get better. But the actions that he has displayed, he can act as nice and as kind as he wants on camera, and he can. It doesn't matter how much money he fucking sends to charity. If he continues to do illegal and stupid shit, he's not a good person. And I get it. Like, he makes mistakes, but you can't make fucking 18 mistakes before it's like, oh, it's just cool, because it's not cool. So I hope that he remains to be good. He seems like he's good now, and I hope that he remains to be good. So John beat the shit out of Ciryl Gane. Obviously, it was easy, whether that was because John was really, really good or Ciryl Gane pooped his pants. I don't know. My guess is John is only going to fight once again, and it's going to be against Stipe Miocic. And
he said he said in an interview he wants 2 more fights.
Good, because fighting Stipe Miocic is not a flex anymore. He's 41.
I hope Francine pulls the fucking.
I hope Francis comes back too. I really do. But
I don't think he is, though. I think
it doesn't seem like
he's never coming back.
No, and I mean,
he'd get bitch slapped anyways. But
no, he wouldn't. He'd get eaten alive. Point. John Jones would eat him. Francis would eat John Jones alive.
You admit.
No, shut the fuck up. I don't believe it at all. And Dana White also is the biggest fucking hypocrite on the planet.
Yeah, that money, that would bring so much money.
Because he would let him come back. And not only that, not long ago when fucking Francis beat the shit out of whoever he beat the shit out of, he said John Jones could move to 185 to stay away from Francis. And now he's saying, well, God, John Jones would beat the shit out of Francis. You're out of you're high. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're dumb. Dana White, and as smart as he is as a businessman, he's obviously fucking only about the money. The fact that John Jones is employed has showcased that. But like he's gonna dump on fucking Francis Ngannou, who left the UFC because he asked for health care. Because he asked for his camp to have free hotel rooms.
I think he's asking too much.
Shut the fuck up. So John's gonna end up fighting Stipe Miocic, who Francis knocked his fucking head off not long ago. The last time Stipe fought was a year ago. He's 41, I think. It's not a competitive fight, and I don't know why we're making it, and it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. That heavyweight division is not. It was Francis, and then it was everybody else. It's a fact. That's why John Jones had to come up and wait, just so we can get something else going on in this fucking weight class. The weight classes are 155, it's 170, and it's 185. Those weight classes has the stars in it. The only star in fucking heavyweight was Francis Ngannou because Ciryl Gane, as good as he is on the feet, whatever, he pooped his fucking pants. Stipe is the greatest heavyweight to ever live in the UFC, but he's fucking 40. He's almost as old as my father. And it's not the heavyweight division is not good anymore. And just because John Jones,
how old is John Jones?
He's like 36, 34. Yeah, 34, 30. I thought he was 36, somewhere in that range.
It might be.
But he's done anyway, too. He's going to fight once, maybe twice, and then he's done. And by the way, also, as far as when we were talking about how I don't like John Jones as a person, I hope he grows to be a better person. Him not fighting in the UFC anymore is the best thing that John Jones can do. As a person. Get the fuck out of here. Go.
Get out of Vegas.
Get out of Vegas. Get out of that lifestyle. Get out of the headlights. Maybe you can be a better person. I don't know. You're shaking your head like I'm wrong.
I love to see trains go until they wreck. And
so you just want to see it.
Yeah. So you just want to see this go off the rails.
I'm telling you, if you look at all the fucking players that I love in life, like Michael Jordan's just as much of a narcissist as John Jones. Guess what? Who do I like too? I like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a fucking narcissist. Who do I like too?
But Mike
Cristiano
Tyson,
Ronaldo.
Mike Tyson went to prison.
Yeah, that's Prison Mike.
John Jones didn't go to prison.
He should have.
Yeah. No fucking shit.
But guess what? John Jones can fight.
I don't know.
You ain't gonna change my mind there. That boy can fight.
I know he can fight. He's the greatest.
I like to watch.
If he wasn't the greatest of all time, he's the greatest of all time now. He won the heavyweight championship of the world while also winning and having the most dominant light heavyweight champion.
Hey, for the UFC, if you ever watch this, which you're fucking not, but if you do, take that loss off his fucking record, because that's bullshit.
I heard Dana's trying to do that.
They should.
Yeah, they should take it off his record and then add the fight where he actually did lose, but they didn't add it though.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he fought somebody and they, I believe they gave John the decision, but it was robbery. So yeah,
I don't remember that.
So let's just go ahead and keep that one on anyway. I mean, he lost to Chael Sonnen.
Fuck Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen's never lost a round, undefeated.
Actually, I like Chael Sonnen.
I love Chael Sonnen. That motherfucker's so funny.
Hey, can we tell my riddle and let's skedaddle out of here? I gotta play ranked play.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah. So that's what we thought about 285. John Jones is the heavyweight champion of the world. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Hoping the best for John as he continues to not be an ass, make an ass of himself. And I hope. And by the way, if he ever sees this somehow and he finds me, he's gonna rip my fucking arm.
John.
He's gonna rip my arm off. But like, I mean, somebody has to be truthful, and because
them are gonna be boys.
You do that. You.
Andy beat the Drake curse. Shout out to him.
God. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to the last subject of today. Answer this. You have your riddle pulled up?
Yep.
All right. So obviously, very weekly, we got this new program where if you answer this riddle and you post it in the comments down below or wherever it is. We will Venmo you $5 the first person we see get it right. We will Venmo $5 the first person we see get this riddle right. Jacob, say the riddle.
All right, guys. A man is driving along and sees 3 doors: a golden door, a silver door, and a diamond door. Which door does he open first? Leave that in the comments.
Leave that in the comments for a chance to win $5. It's the first person we see answer get this riddle right. Keep in mind, we're not checking all the time, though, so it's not the first person who answers it overall. It's the first person we see get it right. So throw your name in the hat, put the name down. We'll also mention your name in next episode's podcast as well. So that's pretty much it that we have for this episode, Forever Talking. It's a jam-packed episode. We fit as much as we could in here, obviously. We talked about Creed 3. We talked about the Battlehawks. We talked about Misfits 005. We talked about John Jones winning the title and UFC 285.
Hey, also, can I say one thing before we go?
Go ahead.
LeBron James tweeted out, "Just woke up from having a dream that MJ and I was shooting the shit back and forth at the men's national championship game between North Carolina and Duke. Great vibes and epic classic game. It was a tie game, 94-94, 5 seconds left. North Carolina with the ball. My ass would wake up to use the bathroom right before. Always happens." Hey, LeBron, shut the fuck up and just shut up. Just shut up. Like, I'm sick and tired. Like, you're giving me some good fucking comedy, brother. Like, that's my favorite saying. But, like, you need to chill, man, with this lying bullshit.
It's not our ball. It's not our ball. That ain't our ball. That's our ball, ain't it?
All right. That's all I had to say. But,
yeah.
Fuck LeBron.
Hey, I mean, I think he's just the GOAT, man.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm going to leave this fucking...
I know nothing about basketball, so... the only thing I know about basketball is one guy's the highest scoring, basketball player of all time.
And then the other's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Jesus.
Good to sound.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a like, comment to the riddle, or whatever else you want to comment, and subscribe to Forever Talking and the channel as well. Click the notification bell, because that's the real. You want to watch the next fucking episode. You want to watch all the skits that come out, everything else. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you next episode on next Wednesday for the next edition of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever, where my name is the Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host Nicholas, as well as Jacob Riddles. Hopefully you all have a good one. We'll see you for the next one. Peace, love you, and bye.
We want more like Ian. Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Yeah. Starting me and take all the spotlight. Yeah. Actually, I did, cause I own that shit. You think otherwise, you were not right. Bitch, I've been feeling so godlike. Yeah. Starting me and take all the spotlight. At the top now when I run this shit. Remember when you said that I can't write?
Yo, yeah, I've been feeling so godlike. Flow cold like I wrote it on a climb.